guys, I am here for my November wrap-up video and December TBR. Can I just say, I'm really glad that it's time to shoot this video. It means that there are only this many days until Christmas. Spoiler alert, every book I read this month was highly enjoyable. I only read 4 books this month, and the first one was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I cannot believe it took me this long to read this book. Everything about this book was wonderful. The characters, like Scout, Jim, Atticus, were all lovable and genuine. The storyline was perfect. The messages and themes were heartfelt and thought-provoking. There's really not anything bad I can say about this book. So if you can't tell, I gave To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee 5 stars. Side note, I watched To Kill a Mockingbird, the movie as well, with Gregory Peck, and it was so good. Both the movie and the novel have really stood the test of time. I had a hard time deciding what to read after reading To Kill a Mockingbird, but I finally decided on Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I was pleasantly surprised by this book. I thought the concept of Cinderella as a cyborg was quirky and fun, so I was expecting a kind of light and silly read, but it was so much more than that. Marissa Meyer has created new and exciting settings and circumstances for a futuristic Cinderella. This was a clever and entertaining read, so I gave Cinder by Marissa Meyer 4 stars out of 5. The third book I read in the month of November was Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. There were 6 different and unique narrators in this novel, each written with their own unique style, and the author did a great job of capturing all of them. I didn't love all of the narrators, but it wasn't because the writing was bad, it was just because the writing style wasn't necessarily something that I enjoy reading. Overall, the subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways that each of these characters were connected was a pleasure to discover and read. I felt like a major theme in this book was what people would do to achieve power, and I thought that the way that David Mitchell incorporated that idea into each of the different storylines was really impressive. Honestly, this book took me most of the month to read. It was quite a challenge, but it was a pleasant challenge. So I gave Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell 4 stars. After reading such a high-quality and semi-challenging read, I really wanted to read a fast-paced novel that I could sink my literary teeth into, and the last book I read in the month of November really fit that bill, and it was Unwind by Neal Shusterman. I devoured this book. It was really easy to become immersed in this twisted dystopian world, and the characters were really interesting to read, and I couldn't wait to find out what was going to happen to them. My favorite part of the novel was the conclusion. I feel like it ended in a way that it could have really been a standalone novel, but I will definitely be picking up the sequel as soon as I can. I gave Unwind by Neal Shusterman 5 stars. As you can see, I strayed a bit from my November TBR, but I'm really glad I did because I wouldn't have been able to read some of these really great books this month if I hadn't. My favorite read for the month of November was difficult to choose, to say the least, but I had to go with, insert drumroll here, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. What was your favorite read for the month of November? I made 5 videos in the month of November. The first video I made was What to Read Next, where I asked you guys to help me decide what to read after reading To Kill a Mockingbird. The second video I made was another library book haul. The third video I made was a decent-sized haul where I showed you books that I got from a library book sale, a thrift shop, and some used bookstores. The fourth video I made was a book unhaul where I showed you guys some of the books I was going to get rid of in order to make room for my new books. And the last video I made this month was my first tag, the This or That tag. There should be annotations for these videos somewhere in the Christmas tree, and I'll put links in the description as well if you would like to watch those videos. Now for my December TBR, most of these books have been in my previous library book hauls. There are 8 books on this list. It's pretty ambitious for me, but I think I can do it. So without further ado, my December TBR. Hey guys, I'm back. This is non-book related, but it's something I'm super excited about and I wanted to share with you guys. My husband is currently working on a little animated project called The Grind. It's going to be a show about dealing with customers while working in retail. They are really short videos, usually under a minute long, but they are really funny. Some of the content is a little mature, so watch at your own risk. But I'd really appreciate it if you went over there and watched and subscribed. I'll leave a link to the channel in the description below. I think there's only 1 video up on the channel now, but there should be a new one coming up today. Thank you for watching. Bye.